Hey, thank you for joining us again on our ClubCast. You know, we bring through here lots of great guests, people who really support Boys and Girls Clubs and our mission. Today I have my good friend Paul Taglieri, who's with the Mets and does a lot with the Mets. I mean, you're in charge of like lots of places with the Mets. But the Mets have been involved with Boys and Girls Clubs of St. Lucie County for a long time. The New York Mets, St. Lucie Mets, the Mets organization as a whole have done so much with us, from their finances to their volunteering with our kids, just things that we get to do at the stadium as a whole. So, like I said, I have Paul here with the Mets, who is, what is your actual title? You have a big title.
Executive Director of Minor League Facilities, whatever
Executive
that
Director.
I do whatever
minor,
it takes. You know how I work.
I know how you work.
I do whatever it takes.
So tell me.
Been with the organization for 20 years.
Okay.
So you know how it works. You start from the bottom, work your way up, and I'm not going to have anybody do anything that I haven't done before.
I know that. I know that's right. What from a boys, you know, from our relationship,
sure.
Mets, you know, the Mets organization, Boys and Girls Clubs. Why does the Mets do it? Why does the Mets give back? Because you just don't give back to us.
Major League Baseball is a big proponent of the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Big with us.
Professional sports. And,
yep.
And you know, that's part of the reason, but that's not the big part of the reason. I think the big part of the reason is the kids. You know, if you help the kids out and lead them in the right direction when they're kids,
right,
they become good adults, and that's what this is all about. This is giving them a place to grow up, teach them how to be good people in our society.
That's right.
And I think
awesome.
that's in a nutshell. That's why I think we concentrate our efforts with you and your group, and you do a great job. Your staff does a great job, and you could definitely see the fruits of your labor over the last couple of years through this organization here locally.
That's awesome. Well, I know for certain, because I worked with you. I sat on the board with you for a lot of years. And you know, we talked a little bit about the Mets organization.
We had hair back then.
We had hair back then, and that's what kids do to you sometimes. But you gotta love them, right? When you was on the board, you was very involved. As a matter of fact, Paul, I remember you being on the board one time. Now, I'm not gonna say it was our very first $5,000 check, but for me being a new board member, it was one of the first times that you says I have a check for Boys and Girls Clubs, and I think it was $5,000 or some number.
It was when like the inception of the strategic partnership.
It was.
Like that. And yeah, it was like you said, many years ago.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You know, I'm just fortunate, you know, to have our ownership, Fred Wilpon, Jeff Wilpon, and Saul Katz, that just give me the opportunity to give back to groups like yours in our local community.
That's awesome, and it's been great. We appreciate the New York Mets. I've been a New York Met fan for a very, very long time.
Were you born in Queens?
I was actually born in Brooklyn, and grew up in Brooklyn. But you know, it's been fun. It's been real. But I want to know a little bit more about Paul, because, like I said, you sat on the board. I remember we used to get those great lunches, and we used to do a lot of great things.
At the stadium.
We used to do meetings at the stadium. But why? And I know your kids. You got great kids, and off to college doing some internships. Why do you do it? Why do you stay focused and energized?
You know, that's how I was raised. Just, you know, my dad coached my brother and I and my sister growing up, and I was a Boys and Girls Club member growing up in Hoboken, New Jersey. You know, I went there after school and played basketball and shot pool and did everything else that goes on in the Boys and Girls Clubs. And I just think, again, going back, and not to just keep kind of beating it down, but it's all about the kids. It's all about the kids. I coached my son from a very early age, and you know, through high school, you know, travel baseball, and the kids that I've coached along with my son. I mean, I saw a kid over Christmas break. He said, he left me a note on my table. He's hanging out my son. He said, "Thanks for giving me the childhood that I had. It was because of you that I got to travel all around the state and all around the country." So that just hits home with me.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
amazing.
Making a difference. Well, I want to continue to make that difference as we continue to move through these years as partners and friends and that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Talk about the Mets. I mean, you know, when you get certain players come down, I'm not gonna put you on the spot. I'm always that first one saying.
You always want Tim Tebow.
I always want, like, where's Tim Tebow? You know, and when David Wright was down here, you know, David Wright did some really great things for our kids.
Yeah,
and
he came
just
to the clinic.
Came to the clinic
he
and
just showed up impromptu.
Started
walking around taking photos with the
That's
players.
right, and it was
a lot of great guys.
It was a big deal.
They were all great guys.
That's right.
Yeah, and they're getting ready to come down here. We start spring training mid-February. I think February 12th is pitchers and catchers report date. February 14th is the first workout, and our first game is I think the 23rd of February, and we'll run straight through the end of March. So
that's awesome.
Exciting.
That's awesome.
Like I said, we got a lot of great guys, a lot of great kids. I call them kids now. Getting old, but got a lot of great guys that play for us and have come through the system, and I'm sure a lot of those guys have stories about being involved with Boys and Girls Club or going to Boys and Girls Clubs in their respective communities when they grew up. So.
That's awesome. Anything else you want to talk about in terms of the Mets or what you guys are guys doing like some big things in the community too? You kind of working through some stuff, but
we not only help you guys out and involved with you, but we do a lot of other things with
the veterans,
a lot of other organizations in the community.
Yeah,
I got a great staff just like you do.
Yeah.
Casey Blair, Lauren, Traer, Josh, Kyle, John, they're all great, and they once spring training's over and we transition to the minor league season, that's when kind of they dig their heels in with a lot of the local community groups and help them out through the summer months with our ball games.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we're looking forward to. I know we get a lot of tickets from you guys. We're looking forward to going to a lot of games. Last year we had like a couple hundred kids out there. They were excited to be on TV.
Oh, that's right. We brought them out for a spring training game. We worked that out again.
Yeah, they had a great time with that. They had a great time. Well, you know, there's so much we could talk about in terms of the Mets, but let me tell you, the Mets organization. And by the way, you remember you gave me a shirt.
Oh, the shirt.
I actually bought a shirt today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't tell Philip or any of those guys.
Travis. Oh, he'll probably have a fit.
All right.
But let me tell you, it's about what they do for our community. It's not just about Boys and Girls Clubs. I tell you, every weekend you go there, they're doing something for somebody. This is a community partnership. That's what we're talking about. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Thanks.
Thanks, Will.